Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bunk and Pick podcast. Pick here with Bunk.
Hello, governor.
Okay,
That was loud.
jumped right to
Damn,
it there,
that was
didn't
really
you?
loud. That was
That was a little bit loud there.
That was loud. Hey, can I say something? We did our first video last time, and I looked like I was blinking Morse code to somebody.
You were, I mean,
Help me! I'm in trouble.
you are shackled to the desk.
It looked. Yeah, isn't that funny when you do the videos? Like, what the hell was that? I didn't like it.
It was. It's hard to see yourself on video.
I know. I was okay. Whatever. I mean, wasn't thrilled with it. I was a blinker.
It's hard to see yourself on video.
I know.
It'll be okay.
I know. Did a lot of blinking, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
What's happening?
Just it's hot. It's so hot.
Very hot. Very hot. Texas. We're in Texas.
God, it's been hot though.
Well, you're in Texas.
It's been like crazy hot though.
Yeah, but you're in Texas.
That's true.
It's hot.
That's true.
You're gonna be hot here, but we got hot sports going.
There are some hot
sports.
A cold sport that's getting hot.
Cool.
Hockey.
All right, we got to talk about hockey because
first. Hey, I got a correction first, right?
All right.
I'm sorry to everyone that's an Ottawa Senators fan because they are not in the Stanley Cup Finals. I said that last week very quickly, and of course, the one and only Big G.
He got
just shit all over me over that one. Why did he immediately?
Angry Beaver.
He is an angry beaver. It was ridiculous.
So it is. It's
Edmonton.
The
Oilers, and
the other Ottawa.
Whereas, as of recording, it is 2-2 right now. But all the games besides one of them have been really good. 2 overtime games, 1 score game, and then an absolute blowout.
And they were down, I think. Were they down 3-0 last night?
3-0, and they pulled Skinner. They pulled their goalie and put a backup goalie in, and the backup goalie made like crazy awesome save.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a feeling that that's going to be the goalie moving forward.
Well, you have to.
Well, you never know. Those guys,
You have to.
Why?
Mandatory.
Why?
Because
what if he gives up 2 though, or 3?
And you switch it out,
and you go back to the other guy.
It's not illegal to switch him out. You can switch goalies out.
Oh my god!
Even I don't know that. I know you can do that.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal. No, you can't say that about me. I'll sue you.
Your butt's illegal, man.
Oh my god! What? All right, enough of that. But anyways, the series has been really good.
I agree. That's been good. Hey, the other thing, did you see that kid pitching for Milwaukee last night? They pulled him up. He's like the hardest thrower.
Oh, yes.
I think it's Mizrowski.
Yes. He throws very hard.
Holy shit, he throws hard.
But you know what it is? He throws hard, but there's movement on it.
He has movement. He's really good. And then he pitched 5 shutout innings and no hit. No hit innings. Went first batter in the 6th inning. I was watching him. He threw weird balls, and then he like tripped, and he like did something to his leg, and they took him out. And I read he didn't even know he was throwing a no hitter at the time.
He had no hitter going. They pulled him.
He goes, "Oh, I thought one of those, got in." I was like, "You freaking knew you had."
They knew it.
Come on.
Maybe he didn't.
Come on.
Okay, what is the Ted Ladd? Be a goldfish.
I don't
just forget.
He knew he had no. Anyway, he's good.
Hey, but you know what? I know we'll talk a little bit more, but you know there's controversy around that.
What's that?
Well, they pulled him up and they took Aaron Savali.
Oh my god, I know.
And they said they were going to move him to the bullpen. No, I'm not moving to this. So they traded his ass to the White Sox.
The White Sox.
All right, buddy. Don't want to move.
I know. I was gonna
go to a terrible team.
I bet he's like, holy shit! I should have kept my mouth shut.
Well, I mean, he's a millionaire. Who cares?
I have his 101 card, by the way. I need to.
Aaron Savali.
I do. I have a 101.
Yeah,
it's not worth anything, but
not worth. You put it in your bicycle spokes, and you can make motorcycle noises as you drive.
Bicycle spoke it, but yeah, that was quick too. Like 2 days ago, he said, "I want to go," and
all right, see you later.
And they traded him. But good luck to him with the White Sox. That's a shitty organization and team.
Well, that is a blunder by the player itself, which kind of leads us into some Bunk's blunders.
Oh, wait. Do I have music for this?
Do you have music for this? Oh.
Check it out. I got Blunk's blunder.
Blunk's old Blunky Bunkers.
All right. So here's my blunder / grump.
Gripe. What the hell is going on with you today? My
It's okay.
my grump today.
My grumper. I'm gonna
What
grump on this.
the fuck is your grumper? I don't want to know
It's
about
the
your
grumper.
grumper.
The grumper. All right, MLB umpires. I'm friggin' sick of them.
They're pretty bad.
God damn, they're bad. Holy shit, they're bad. I mean, they miss a lot of calls, man. I mean, an enormous amount of calls. And I will say, for the most part, the players shake their head and do faces, and they don't, every once in a while they say something, but holy crap, they're friggin' bad.
They're really bad. And it happened with Taylor Walls for Tampa. Did you see that ejection when he got ejected?
did.
That was some. He didn't even. Literally just stood there.
I know.
The guy tossed him out because he was making a gesture to the top of his head.
Which,
he was pushing his helmet on.
I know, which means like like in the minors, it would mean he's challenging the call, but he clearly didn't know that. That guy was looking. He knew he made a shitty call.
He had pine tar, and he had to put it on his glove.
Oh God, man,
that was
pissing
bad.
me off. So last night I got to give you a Yankees story.
Oh,
so
okay.
Judge didn't play.
Weird.
Judge didn't play last night. They kept him out and they put him in as a pinch hitter, and 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball comes in inside. May have been a strike. It was close. Called it a ball. The next ball was even same place, but even more of a ball. Rung him up. And even Judge turned around and said, and he never says anything. He actually, come on, dude. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sick. We need I'm going robot. I'm a purist, but I want
a year ago. That was a what did you call it? A grump?
That was a grumper.
That was a grump a year ago for you.
Hey, let me
you are a flip flopper. You're a fiddler crab.
Fiddler.
You're a fiddler crab.
I fiddle.
You're so back and forth on everything.
I am
a true Yankees fan.
I'm a fiddler, the fiddler crab. Hey, how much do you think MLB umpires make?
On a yearly basis.
On a yearly basis. I was shocked.
160.
You'd be wrong, my friend. Jerry Davis, who's like one of the top ones.
Yeah, but Jerry Davis has been around forever.
All right, well, what do you think Jerry Davis makes?
Like 1.5 million.
No. Oh, God. No, that's fucking stupid.
Oh, gee.
There's no way you thought that.
Yeah. I just threw it.
550. I know he did. 550.
Hell yeah.
All right. Your buddy, Angel Hernandez, who's not an ump anymore, was making brutal. He was making 500.
That guy didn't.
So they make between 205. No, I'm sorry.
How much does CB Buckner make? Because he misses calls every game.
I just have the top 5.
Okay.
I have the top 5. Ted Barrett is 475.
But Ted Barrett is pretty good.
Mark Wagner, 450.
Wagner is pretty good.
Okay. I'm just saying. They make between 400 and 550 a year, which is, I didn't know they made that much.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. So what do you think NFL referees make?
NFL refs.
16. What are they? Well, they don't play 16 anymore. I don't know. What are they up to? 18 games now?
It's almost 20.
I don't know.
Okay. But that's with playoffs, right?
No. Playoffs are extra money.
No, I'm talking about regular season.
Regular season, yeah.
I'm going to say Ed Hockley himself, the muscle man himself, or Sean Hockley, I guess now, his son.
Muscle Jr.
$750.
No, they actually, okay, man, you're crushing me on my fucking thing here.
Is that
really killing me?
Is that less or more?
They make between 205 and 550.
That's crazy. Well, here's the thing, though. Baseball's such a long season. Those guys are gone.
Baseball is a long season. NBA guys, I'll just tell you. So you have to
hang on. No, let me guess.
Pissing me off.
$7.4 million.
You're what we call a dung beetle.
Oh, getting a little red in the face over there.
You're a Dunglemeister. NBA 180 to 550. NHL for Greg out there. Big Greg. 165 to 400.
That's pretty good too.
That's pretty good money, man.
That is pretty good money.
Actually didn't know that. And then I'm going to go back to my first comment. Those guys suck.
They do suck for that amount of money.
They freaking blow. And they need to have, here's the thing. The worst thing that ever could happen was TV putting that little friggin'
the box
out there. It's brutal.
But it's the best.
It is. Well, it is good. And I think when they do the replays on the big screen at the game, the players are always looking at it.
But they don't have the box on the replays at the game.
So let me. I
Those guys
gotta
have a very good understanding
let
of
me ask
strikes.
you this though: how good do you have to be to know that the ball is an inch inside or outside or up? Those guys are
Well,
amazing.
yeah,
They're freaking amazing, man.
they are. They like people like that's why like Tony Gwynn was that's just wild.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
barely ever struck out. He walked a ton because he just let those go all the
I
time.
know, but just think about it. Somebody's throwing 98, and you know that it's an inch inside. Holy shit! You got to give those guys credit, man. They're good.
They are. They're very good at it.
They're very good. And you and I played,
Yeah,
and
I
and
mean,
I was trying to think now. It's been a really long time since I played, but I was trying to think, how did I know when the ball was coming in? It was a ball or a strike.
you just get used to it.
I know you
You're
do.
doing it
You
every
do get
day.
used to it. But we used to have kids that remember the kids that used to swing the shit over their head, like take the bat and just like
Yeah,
go
but those
straight.
they're like,
Ooh,
yeah, yep, the tomahawk
the
chop.
tomahawker.
So it's quite the gripe you got there. I agree with you. I think the robot strike zone is going to come into play sooner than we
Has
think. I
to.
don't know if it's a good thing though.
I think it's a good thing. I'm going reverse. I am an old school guy, and I'm going reverse. I want it. I can't watch these games anymore with these guys missing.
Here's what I don't want though. I don't want them to start challenging balls and strikes because the games will
No,
take
I
so
don't either.
long.
I agree 100%. I don't like the challenge. I like it's a ball or strike and
I
move
wish
on.
we didn't have the challenges at like second base when a guy like his hand
Oh
comes off a
God, I
millimeter and the
hate that. I
tag's
do
still on.
hate
I
that.
don't
I
like that.
agree with you on
If
that.
he's safe, if he made it safe, just give it to
I
him,
agree. I agree. And
right?
it's ridiculous because the camera can get them at that like ridiculous
That's
angle.
what killed me on the softball game, the Longhorn softball game. That girl's maybe one
Yeah,
fraction of a centimeter
I know.
was inside that baseline, and they called an
I know. I
whatever
know.
obstruction.
I know. I
That
don't like that.
sucks.
So I'm going balls and strikes, Robotty. I want Robbie the Robot doing that. The rest of them, I wish they would just.
If you could, okay, here's a good question for you. I know we're past the blunder.
Bob Grump.
You nope blunder.
Bunked Grumps.
You blundered by saying grump
Okay.
because you meant gripe, and I know it for a fact.
No, I didn't.
Yes, look at you. Yes, you. Yes, you did.
Okay,
Anyways,
maybe.
if there was one rule in baseball you could change, what would it be?
One rule to change. I don't like the putting the guy on second in extra innings.
But they don't do that in the playoffs.
Well, you asked me a rule.
That's
my rule.
fair. No,
my
that's
rule.
fair.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Now, does it speed the game up? Yes, but I don't like it. It's just I don't like. It's kind of a pitcher comes in, and that's God. I'd hate to be that dude.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be the pitcher in that situation. I don't like it. I'd just keep playing.
Yeah. That's a fair one.
How about you?
I would change. I hate the disengagement rule. I hate it.
Disengagement.
Like you can only throw over to first
Oh,
twice,
I know.
or because they take advantage. Because your fast guy's going to take a big lead, know he can get back, draw the pick, throw,
Yeah.
and then take a huge lead. Well, the pitcher's not going to throw it over at that point.
Have you? That's a good question. Have you ever seen anybody throw over there twice? I haven't.
No, because if you miss the second time,
Yeah,
they
then
get second
he
base.
gets second base. I actually haven't seen that happen. I've not seen.
You better be sure you're getting them.
I know some of those guys are really off the base. So.
Yeah, but those fast guys get back to the base.
I agree. That's a good one.
I don't like it. I don't like the disengagement thing.
Right.
I get that there's like the evolution of the catchers now throwing behind guys and
Yeah.
whatnot. But I mean, catcher's job is hard enough. Why are you going to put pickoffs on catchers now?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So those are two good ones. There's probably
Yeah.
a few others.
Do you wish signs were back? Or are you cool with pitch calm?
You know what? I didn't think I'd like it in the time stuff, but I actually do.
I like the time stuff.
I don't it's on my list to do. I want to go out there and find like a video that shows like what the pitcher gets from the catcher thing.
It says it
Is it
in
like
their
beep,
ear.
beep beep, or is it?
No, it
No?
says curveball outside.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, it
see
says
what
it.
that says.
It says it. And I love you, like you said it last week when they. Oh man, my arm's feeling tight. Oh, it's pitch calm's not working.
Yeah. Oh,
friggin' works every
of course they
time.
do. That's an easy one.
Yeah. Oh, it's working again.
That is an easy one. Yeah, they have that stupid ass look. I love it. I love it. So no, I agree. I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind that. I do like the pitch clock. I didn't think I would, but
I like the pitch clock. the whole, like, batter having to look at him with 8 that's kinda
That's
weird.
kind of that's kind of
Just
stupid.
keep it on the pitcher at that point,
Yeah,
right?
I agree. And those hey, how about the pitchers? Like if you're watching, they wait until there's like
2
they
seconds.
scare the crap out of me. All they have to do is start making the movement.
I know.
But Jesus, dude, come on. Make the movement.
Yeah.
Well, and if the batter's already called one time out, they're screwed. They got to stand there.
Yeah. That's
That's
the point.
I know it is a game, but
That's the any rule, right? Any rule in any sport, every sport in the world, you take advantage of the
yeah.
rules
I
and
agree.
you make them your own,
I like
right?
it.
So,
I like it. It's kind of fun thing.
it has been.
That's something.
This past week in baseball,
Yes.
nothing really changed too much. We're kinda
Nah,
just standing pat on,
you know,
where everybody's
the
at.
Dodgers are, I think, over the last 10, they're like 5-5. They're only, I think they're only a game up now.
They just they have, I looked online, they have 17 pitchers on the IL.
Well, they, s- I don't feel sorry
17,
for 'em.
and they're still winning. Think about when those pitchers come back.
Well, they are still winning, but I mean, come on, man. They have like
17.
8,000 guys on their team, so they're up by one on the friggin'
I
Giants.
know.
That's what's even more amazing.
I know.
Um,
I don't
I don't want to feel in the Giants.
me either.
I don't think they hang, but they're 40-29.
They are.
That's
They
not
are.
bad.
I think down the stretch, you're gonna see they're gonna play a lot more. They've played a lot of
Yeah,
out of division
yeah,
games too. They're gonna start playing a lot more. But the caveat to that is you get the Rockies,
yeah.
and you almost chalk up to every single time
Hey,
you
the
play the
Rockies are like over the
13. They
last.
have 13,
They're 4-6 over the last 10.
4 and 6.
That four
It's
of
a
their
losing record
four of
still.
their 13 wins.
Oh my god. I was trying to see reading about All-Star stuff, and it's like, who the hell is gonna be on the All-Star? Because everybody has to go.
I think they have one guy out. I
They have
can't.
one pitcher that's doing decent.
They're
He
not
still has an
that
over
bad.
3. They are that bad.
I know they are that bad.
They are that bad.
Poor guys, man. They
And
have
you know
cool
what?
uniforms.
They still might catch our old friends, the White Sox.
Well, no, Savali's there now.
My
They're-
God.
What if they? Okay,
Man.
what happens if Savali goes there and they say, "Hey, man, welcome.
You're in the
friggin'
bullpen. He'll say no.
He can't say no. Oh, you know he's pissed
He
already.
can. They'll just cut him.
I gotta be honest. I love that move. I absolutely love that move.
I love that there was no bullshit about it, or like, oh, like what Boston's doing with Devers, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, it's gonna be okay. The guy goes, nope, and they go, all right, see you later. Get
Yeah,
the fuck out of here.
you know they're immediately on the phone, and you know they probably called the White Sox and the friggin' Colorado Rockies first.
White Sox, Rockies, A's, just ship his ass to Sacramento.
I love it, man. I love
Miami.
it. Hey, speaking of Miami, you think trade deadline 31st July, right?
Yep.
Um,
They're gonna move a lot of people.
you think they're gonna move their pitcher,
Yeah,
Alcantara?
I think they
He's
do.
having a shitty year though.
He is, but put him in a team that can actually do stuff around him.
Yeah, I think I think he moves. I think the Orioles move a bunch of guys. I think
I don't know if
Molly-
they do though.
Mm.
I think the older guys, because their core is most of that team is on contract for 2+ years.
I think the young guys stay. I think Mullins is probably
We have the young guys.
maybe
stay.
Mountcastle. He might go.
He might go. I could see Eflin, them trading Eflin.
Eflin, maybe.
I could see them trading Batista. Well, will they trade Batista out of the back end of their bullpen? I don't know.
No, I don't think. I bet they don't. I bet they have a lot of position players, and they have a good minor league.
They have a very good minor league
Um,
system. But if you look at their roster, right, they're not going to move Rushman. They just paid him.
No. Well, God, people are on his ass this year too.
Yeah. He carried that team for years.
No, they're brutal though. They're like trade him, and there's a young guy waiting. So if he's a fucking young guy,
He's under. He's not even 30.
Jesus.
But you got him. You've got Gunner. He ain't
He ain't
going
going.
anywhere. Holiday ain't going anywhere. Kowser ain't going anywhere.
They have good players. They're just having a shitty year.
It's like very bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
I think Arizona's going to be a buyer.
You think so?
I think
I don't
Arizona
know.
buys.
They're 6.5 out of their division, but I'm not sure where wild card they're sitting. They are 4.5 out of the wild card. A lot of this has to change. I could see them shipping Suarez because they could get a lot for him. He's like one of the best
He's
third
good.
basemen this year.
He's good.
So they could get a lot back for him,
I agree. I agree. I
right?
agree.
They have Gabby Moreno behind the plate. He's not going anywhere young. Corbin Carroll obviously ain't going to
Corbin
move.
Carroll's not going anywhere.
No, but Cattell Marte might.
He's like the top second baseman right now.
I
though.
know. Think of what you could get back for him.
But who needs a second baseman?
A lot of teams need a second baseman.
I don't know.
Who's that second base for the Yankees?
LeMahieu, whoever. I mean, Jazz Chisholm.
That's an upgrade to all those guys.
LeMahieu's actually hitting. I don't be fucking with my LeMahieu. DJ's back, baby. He's back spinning the wheel.
2 weeks ago, you hated him.
Spinning, baby. My DJ's spinning.
I could see Philadelphia making a move for somebody.
I think
They could use a second baseman. That team is old, so you're gonna have to Philly's got to make rental moves and not necessarily long-term moves because they're gonna have to tear down.
Well, they're running out of time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're all older. Schwartz is older. Harper's older.
Yeah.
And then
I agree.
Their pitching staff's getting old. Wheeler's older. So, I mean, they're going to have to make some moves.
The Wheeler.
Real Muto's getting older.
Yeah. He's been around a long time.
He has.
He's been around a long time. Yeah. It's gonna be fun to see teams like the Blue Jays, who are now in second place. They've been winning.
They have, but they're so up and down. I don't know if you could. And Tampa's right there.
Tampa's right there with the Lowe brothers.
They're hitting. They're both hitting.
They are. They've been playing well. They dropped back now.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Tampa, though. They're notoriously crazy at the trade deadline. I could see Lau getting moved.
I think they moved.
Yandy Diaz might get moved. Camanero's staying. Honestly, I could see them moving Christopher Morel because those two, Jake Mangum and Meisner, came up and are hitting.
Yeah, Morel, he moved. He's not doing well.
He's not. It's not.
He needs a new. He probably does need a new team.
He looked good on the Cubs. He came over. He's just not. And
I know
he never came in as like the main piece. He came over to Tampa to be just to fill. It's just not working.
No.
So we'll see. The Rays need some health. They have health issues. The pitching staff needs to come back. Once McClanahan gets back, and then you've got shortstop is going to be interesting too, right? When you get back Hassan Kim, right? Once he gets back, we'll see what they do.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's gonna be a fun trade deadline. Well, we still have a month and some change here to go.
We do, but it's always right after the All-Star game. You start seeing moves.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm waiting to see who the Yanks what they do.
Who do the White Sox trade?
All they have is Luis Robert, and that's it.
Who does?
And he's not even.
No,
he had one good year. We talked about this before. He had one good year. He didn't do great last year. He's not doing great this year. Maybe he's a change of scenery guy. I don't know.
Here's my real quick. Yeah, he is a change. He might be.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be.
He's supposed to be great. Yeah, and I mean,
it's hard when you are it. On the team.
And they suck.
They're terrible. Okay, Colorado. Do they move Chris Bryant? Did anyone even try?
Why would you? I mean, nobody wants him.
He's hurt again.
He's hurt, he has like a degenerative back issue. He's, in my opinion, I think he's almost done, like retired.
Yeah, just kind of living out this contract that they gave him.
I think
they gave him a big ass contract.
They gave him a big contract. I think he's close. You know.
So who else on that team could you even move? The pitcher's young, so they're not going to move him. Ezekiel Tovar, maybe.
I don't think they move. Who are they going to move? Why would you move anybody? Just to be honest with you, what are you trying to do?
To get pieces back to build.
But they're young guys, and I mean,
they need to, I guess, just be willing to open up the checkbook.
They got to go into next year and go into free agency, and that's what they've got to do.
I was reading a really cool article where about the Rockies, and they talked to a bunch of former pitchers, and like they were like, "Oh, you throw a sinker? That shit ain't sinking here."
I know. I read that article. I know.
Yeah, they're like, "That shit ain't sinking here."
I know.
I think it's just a nightmare ballpark to play in.
It's hard to
huge.
Play in.
It's massive.
And they don't spend. I think the ownership there is just not.
No, if you're going to play in that ballpark, you have to lean into runs.
Yeah.
You have to lean into scoring runs, and they don't have any power.
And they anteed up for Chris Bryant. Now he was good with the Cubs.
He was very good with the Cubs,
but even with him, that's just one guy.
Mhm.
You still, if you're gonna try to win, you got to have more guys than that.
Right, you think of those teams that made it, you had Tulowitzki, you
Charlie
had
Blackman.
Charlie Blackman, you had Trevor Story, you had
They did have a
Helton,
team. They did have a
Helton,
team.
Larry
Yep.
Walker. Like,
Yep.
they did
They
have a
had a
very good
team.
team.
They did have
Ubaldo
a team.
Jimenez on the bump, they were good.
But I mean, if you read even the players now, they're just saying they really don't even try to win, or I don't know what they're doing.
Do you think part of that has to do with, okay, so we're in the NL West, which is the toughest division in baseball this year.
Yeah.
Or it has been. Honestly, the NL West and the AL East. Those have been the top two for quite a while now. Is
Yeah.
it like, well, shit, we're not going to be able to compete with these teams. Why spend?
Yeah, but why? I mean, but you're an MLB team. I mean, let's just say. So I was actually looking. So at one time they had Nolan Arenado,
Yep.
they had Trevor Story,
Trevor Story,
they had
Tulowitzki,
Tulowitzki,
Helton,
Helton. I mean, pitching they had Tyler Anderson, Kyle
mm-hmm.
Freeland. I
Ubaldo
mean,
Jimenez was a monster.
they had guys.
Yep.
They don't want to pay, and they went and paid for Chris Bryant only.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, even if he was still having a great year, he's one dude. He ain't doing it. He's, you know, I'm sure he'd feel. You'd have to feel bad. I'm sure he doesn't feel, but he literally has a physical issue.
Yeah.
He's not coming back. I mean, he's just not. He's just got 100 million, and he's gonna go enjoy life. I would.
You know what? Why not?
I would do it.
Why not?
You?
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I was reading this. It's funny that I was reading this article about like homegrown teams, right? If these guys who got drafted with this team stayed with the team, and one of the cool ones is Arizona, right? They had Goldschmidt. I didn't know they actually drafted Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
They drafted him. They had Dansby Swanson,
Mm-hmm.
right? Dalton Varsho. They had Scherzer.
Yep.
Brandon Fatt. They had
a lot.
They had a team there for a while. I mean, if they would have kept them,
Right.
and they're all like that. It's kind of a cool article. It's out there on the Bleacher Report website, but they kind of go through all the teams as if they kept their initial draft picks, and it's kind of cool to see.
I can't imagine what Tampa's would look like.
They had
move
like
people.
3 Lowe guys.
Tampa just moves people so well. Yeah, Nathaniel Lowe and Josh Lowe are brothers, and they both went to Tampa, and then Lau.
Yeah.
Brandon Lau, not a brother, but the kind of the face of the team right now.
And they had it is, and I know you remember Detroit. Remember Detroit used to have all the fire they had.
They did, man. They had Victor Martinez, and they had
some, and everybody
Cabrera.
But everybody threw like 100 on their thing.
That's right. Remember they had Verlander, Scherzer. Oh, Flaherty.
I mean,
Jack Flaherty came up there.
They all threw hard as shit. And they still weren't. But now look at them. They're friggin'.
How about
good.
Friggin' Javi Baez in center field?
Javi Baez is kicking ass. He's hitting.
Oh, where the hell did that come from?
He's hitting.
I know.
He is.
Did you know that he had a degenerative hip thing for a long time?
No, I was wondering that these guys, they take a lot of shit. Some of them probably just have some kind of physical ailment.
He did, and for years and years, and it just got to the point that he was doing an interview. He hits with a 34.5-inch bat, but to get around the fast, everyone knew he can't hit slider.
Yeah,
I think that's obvious, but he hit the shit out of fastballs his whole career. Well, he stopped. It's because he had his hip. He couldn't get through the ball, so he started getting smaller and lighter bats.
Interesting.
And finally, AJ Hinch looked at him last year and said, dude, you have to do something about that. He went and got surgery.
He is on fire.
He is on fire, and he's in center field.
And then I was watching a game when they still pull him in the infield. He still does his freaking crazy infield shit. He's still good. But yeah, and he's hitting. Guys, freaking, I'm happy for him.
Hey, you know who's hitting on that team?
Who's hitting?
Gleiber.
He is fucking amazing on that team.
Imagine if the Yankees just gave him a couple bucks, my friend.
I don't know why. It was you know what? It was better for him. The fans were on his ass just constantly,
for no reason.
But in the playoffs, he showed out like huge last year. Always a good dude. He good for him. I mean, I hate to say it, good for him. Some people just don't need to be on the Yankees. I hate to say
it's true. That is very true.
I mean, some of those guys, they just can't.
Like the Rizzler.
Yeah, he which is surprising because he doesn't seem to take much but he really didn't do much. Now you look at like Goldschmidt, perfect. I mean, the guys they have this year, it's not bothering them.
Right.
Bellinger,
Older. They're older.
they're older. Max Fried is freaking ridiculous. I mean,
He is. He's a good pitcher.
amazing.
He was a good pitcher before, though.
He's been a good pitcher, but we've seen, like we talked about, Sonny Gray went to New York, sucked, and then he left New York, good again.
Yep.
So it is a New York thing, but yeah, good for Glaber. I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's raking in Detroit. That
He's
team
doing really well. I think he's batting like 280. He's got some home runs and playing well.
I like the Spencer Torkelson stat line from that team, and he's hitting like 216, but he has 48 RBIs.
I know.
Like 80 home runs. He just hits the shit out of the ball. It just goes right to people.
Detroit has 45 wins right
Yeah,
now.
they're the best team in baseball.
20 wins.
Second best. Or they're tied for the best. You've got the Mets have 45.
The Miracle Mets.
The Miracle Mets without their $700 million man.
He's actually starting to hit. Though.
He's starting to.
He's starting to hit. I'm surprised with the Mets.
I heard some bullshit that they think, I'm not going to name the name, but those inflammatory sports analyst assholes said that by the end of the year, Soto's going to have more home runs than Judge. I was like, you fucking assholes.
He's gotten better, but he's still batting 2-something with.
He only has like 6 home runs.
He's got more than that, but I
don't think he does.
He's in the middle of the pack. Well, he's hit a few home runs here in the last week or two. I think he's at 10 or 12.
It's wild to say that he's going to hit more than Judge.
Well, I know.
Why do they do that shit?
Because it's friggin' sports gurus or whatever.
Yeah, gurus. Yeah, we're sports gurus too, sitting here with our hot dog hats on. I don't know. But yeah, there's been some cool, kind of steady. I'm ready for the All-Star break. I'm excited to see who gets in, because I think there's some guys on smaller teams that deserve it that just won't get there. Skeens will probably start though, which is good.
I don't know. You think there's guys that won't get there?
I do. I think there's. Well, I mean, I'm biased to Tampa, but I think there's some guys on Tampa that have been really good this year, but they're just not. There's and then first baseman, you look on the AL, Soderstrom out in I guess not Oakland anymore, Sacramento.
Yeah.
He's hitting the shit up. He's not even on the radar.
He's not going to. No, because there's bigger names that are having good years too.
He's having a better year.
I know, but there's bigger names that are having a good year.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, first base is hard.
First base is hard.
That's a tough. Because everybody moves to first. I mean.
Yeah.
And friggin' up in, Toronto, he's gonna friggin'.
They're saying he's gonna start.
Oh.
And he's not I just don't. He's not having that great of. I mean, he's doing fine.
He's not, but he's just name recognition.
He's a middle of the pack this year.
And it's a tough first base is tough. Hey, on that note, with Toronto, which I don't like that coach, but I saw a list of like who the players ranked as their favorite coaches and worst coaches. And
where's old Schneids?
Schneids.
Is it Brian Schneider up there? No, it's not. It's because he was the Oakland. Not Oakland.
No.
Baltimore. My God, I'm hurting today, my friend.
But he's not on any of the lists. He's not on the worst. Or who was on? Bruce Bochy was the number one that they want to play with.
Yeah.
Because he's old school. And
Cash had to be on there.
No, believe it or not,
players love him.
Like Boone was like middle. I think he was on the top 10. But it was funny because the one that nobody wanted to play with, Bud Black, and they
just got fired.
But they said, and who else? And the guy in the St. Louis Marmol, they didn't like him either. But they mostly said Bud Black, and they were like, "Well, why Bud Black?" And he says, "Well, I don't really know much about him, but I don't want to play for the Rockies."
Brutal.
They went by the team. They kind of fucked them
That's
over.
Brutal.
But it was him. It was the St. Louis coach was like number 2.
Marmol.
Yeah, he seems. I don't know.
Who would you like? Tito Francona seems like a guy I would really want to play for.
He was number 2, I think, on the most liked.
Yeah.
And then
players love playing for him.
Yeah. But he seems like a good because he played the game too.
Yeah.
They like the Schnitker out there in Atlanta. He was like middle. I don't know. He didn't do much for me.
No, it is like is your team winning? Sure, I'll play for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, your team's winning. Sure, you can be an asshole. I'll take it. But if we're losing, if you're an asshole to me, no, fuck that.
Yeah. And then the teams based on like how they treat players. Sorry, man. Tampa was down below just because they
bring people up and down. I get
they
that.
didn't like that. The worst was Oakland. Said they gave them like Subway sandwiches. The top one was, of course, the Dodgers, the Yankees, because they spent a ton of money and doing those things. Cubs were up there. The Rangers were up there. Mets were up
Boston's up there. I'm sure.
Yeah,
those big market teams.
Big market, big money. But it was kind of interesting. Those are anonymous player things.
That is kind of interesting. Poor Bud Black. I don't know. He kind of looked like a guy that was a jerk too.
He may have been.
He had a bit of a jerk face.
He may have been. But I mean, freaking Colorado, give me a break. You're not fucking. And he's been around a long time.
He's been around a long time.
I'm sure. I think I saw him like some picture of him. It doesn't look like it bothered him too much to be fired.
I don't think it's bothering him at all.
He's probably like, good. I fucking don't have to worry about it anymore.
All right. Anything else on baseball?
No, that's all I had on baseball.
I got to touch on a little bit of football here.
All right.
I got to get your true thoughts on this fucking Pittsburgh experiment. What? Like, it's very controversial. It's both sides. Like, people are like, oh, they're going to make the playoffs now. And people are like, they're going to win 4 games.
Well, they have a better team than that. And they have a better coach. I mean, I'll say it's better Aaron Rodgers. Second half of last year, he did really well. He actually threw for over 4,000 yards last year. I don't know if you know that, but he threw for a lot of yards.
It's because he was like smoking peyote or licking frogs or whatever.
He threw for a lot of yards on a team that didn't really. That sucked.
They were bad.
They were bad,
but they had good players.
They did, but it was just a dumpster fire over there. I think, I'm not as much a fan of him. I used to kind of like him when he was younger, but I think he's going to do okay. I mean, Russell Wilson went there and did okay, and he's not the greatest at this point.
Yeah, but they were so run heavy then. Rodgers ain't going into a system that's just run heavy. He's not. He's too much of a me guy.
I think you're going to know pretty soon, pretty early, if he's just doing that. Look, he does those stupid ass donkey shit passes.
Yeah.
And if he starts doing that, no, they're not going to go anywhere. But he could. You never know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
I think Mike Tomlin is too much of a hard-nosed coach. I don't think it's going to work.
You say that, but I mean, he wasn't getting on Russell Wilson's ass last year.
But Russell Wilson isn't going to darkness retreats.
No.
Or saying that me joining, what did he say? Me joining the Pittsburgh was good for my soul.
I know.
I loved Myles Garrett coming out and saying, I can't wait to put him in a grave.
Well, he's not well liked, but.
Oh.
And it's funny, he showed up with a ring. Did you see that the big thing about, hey, how come you have a ring? Oh, yeah, I got married a couple months ago or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, what a weird dude. He should have announced it on that fucking asshole show that I can't stand. I actually hate that dude.
McAfee?
God,
why do you hate him?
Because he's just a clown. Loud and clowny.
Yeah, but it's kind of needed. Somebody needs to fill that role.
Not anymore, though. He did it. He needs to move on. Him and friggin' Stephen A. need to. God.
Yeah, Stephen A. is pretty rough.
He's horrible, man.
He's already said the Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Of course. He's always right. Please.
Him and Mad Dog.
Oh my God.
Mad Dog's brutal.
Those guys are unwatchable. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
They have a lot of viewers. I'll give them that. But to me, they're unwatchable.
It's just screaming.
Yeah. It's stupid shit that they come up with. And they're not even well liked. But
no.
Fuck them. Anyway, I think my opinion, I hate to say it, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do okay. I just think he still has talent, man.
He might have talent, but it's He butts heads with everybody.
He does butt heads, but I'm gonna tell you, I think they go to the playoffs with him.
Really?
That's my prediction.
Okay.
And I'm not that I'm a fan of his, but I do think they go to the playoffs with him.
What do you think about this? The Shamar Stewart,
Oh, the holdout?
a rookie holding out.
Yeah, I think it's fucking stupid. They're slotted. They're having
What
to have
is
slot
what
numbers.
is this shit? What? When did this entitlement start happening? Like it's because honestly, it's because they get fucking paid in college now.
Yeah,
But
they're
I
making
love
a
that
lot
they
of
get
money.
paid in college now.
Yeah,
Because Texas benefits from it.
yeah, and we've had this. I'm not a huge fan of that, but the holding out when it's slotted. You're slotted with a certain number that you're in that range. He's an idiot. He hasn't proved himself.
He just wants it to be guaranteed. He's asking for it to be guaranteed.
Well,
it's not about the number; it's about the guaranteed number.
I wouldn't guarantee his friggin' number.
No, you're a rookie.
He hasn't played one down in the NFL,
right?
And the NFL is not the college football.
No,
so it's a whole different game, man.
No,
I don't know. Those guys have more patience, those owners, than I do. I think at some point it's like, hey, fuck it then.
Leave.
Sit out the year. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to make or break your team. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's wild to see freshmen. I mean,
yeah, the
rookies doing
guys.
that shit.
And the veterans are probably just fucking
pissed.
They won't outwardly ever say anything, but internally, I bet they're like, this guy's a dick.
Right.
Especially since he's probably going to make more money than most of those guys already make anyway. So
yeah,
I mean I don't like it.
I feel it puts the coach in a really weird position.
How about this one in football? Have you seen this, that the Browns should trade one of their quarterbacks to Miami? What the fuck? They got they picked a quarterback up in the draft.
Yeah, they got Quinn.
And I've heard he's done real well down there. Like he's throwing long balls and just
because Quinn is good.
What is that all about?
The thing with Quinn, people shit on him because the expectation of the player behind him.
Yeah.
If you look at he's top 3 in Texas history as a quarterback. I get it that the ball might not look perfect out of his hand. He throws the ball, and he did underthrow some people. You're welcome there, Big G.
He'll crush you.
I know he will. He did underthrow some, but when he's on time and he's hitting his passes, man, he is very accurate. And he has got a cannon.
And he's in a pro system with a pro coach. And
yes.
So I was really surprised because, the whole thing in Cleveland's just going to be a shit show until the season starts anyway.
And now they're saying that Sanders is going to be the starter.
Oh, my God. He ain't going to be
But then the other thing is like Sanders way behind. But then why did they draft Dylan Gabriel? The whole situation. If I was Dylan Gabriel, I would be irate.
Yeah, I would be pissed. I would be pissed that you just picked me in like round X. Why'd you pick this fucking guy?
2 rounds later.
And then you already have Joe Flacco. He's going to start. Or him or Pickens going to start.
Yes.
So or Pickett, not
Pickens. Not George Pickens.
George Pickens.
But Kenny Pickett. Pickett
right.
ain't going to start. It's going to be
Flacco.
He's going to have 5 awesome games and get a contract next year too.
Yeah, he'll play forever. Why not?
Play till somebody tells him not to.
But yeah, I mean, when the season starts, it's going to be fun to see what happens. But you can't go there with those 4 quarterbacks. They really do have to do something. You can't have 4 quarterbacks on the roster.
There's going to be cuts, and you're going to cut the quarterback you went out and drafted, and Dylan Gabriel. No. You're going to cut Sanders now that there's all this shit around.
No, they couldn't do it. No, they're going to.
That was the owner's pick.
They're going to cut Pickett.
They're going to cut Pickett.
Yeah.
But you can only carry 2 on your roster. Which 2 are going?
Well, somebody's on the scout team.
How pissed would you be if you're Dylan Gabriel?
Oh, I would be fucking on fire.
If
that's he's probably taking it well anyway. And they don't even talk about him. He's a really good quarterback. He's a really good quarterback.
They haven't said shit about him.
No, pissing me off.
All they talk about is Sanders.
I know.
And at the end of the day, it's a bad team. Nick Chubb got out of there. See that?
He did get out of there.
He is a Houston Texan.
He did get out of there. He's a good player. I mean,
he is. He's hurt a lot, but now he's going to have a 2-back system where he's not the number. They don't have to put everything on him.
Yeah,
that's going to work really well.
I think he's going to be fine.
That Browns team is gonna be bad.
Oh, they're gonna be bad no matter who's quarterback. Doesn't matter. But it's gonna be like friggin' show the whole time.
Which sucks.
It is
Because it's gonna take over the headlines of every major anything, and you're not gonna hear
Yes.
true football stuff. Like, me and you are nerds with the stats and shit like that. You're not gonna hear about
No.
because you look at those stats and they're gonna be not good.
It's just gonna be all opinion and it's gonna suck. But I'm happy I'm not a Browns fan.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Russell Wilson now. Giants. I'm good.
Oh my God, okay. I think Justin Fields is gonna be good on the Jets.
I think he will too.
Oh, wait, you're back on the Giants now? You
I'm
don't
always a Giants guy.
you cast their ass away last year.
I'm
You
back.
said, "I'm not gonna be their
Hey,
fan anymore."
And guess what? I think Daniel Jones is going to be the quarterback in. It's not Baltimore Colts anymore, but the
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Man, something's gotta happen there. That's a dumpster fire too.
That is, and the other guys, Richardson sucks. Let's just throw it out.
He's a super talented dude.
Yeah,
he's not
the guy, man.
Nope.
So I think Daniel Jones might surprise everybody.
The neck.
I mean, shit, he could. It's gonna be fun to watch.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I want to stick on football because I want to ask you one more thing here.
Okay.
Before we move on. So, as far as college goes, it got signed. The schools have to pay the players now.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think it's like $20.5 million salary cap.
Yep.
Okay. There's that, and then they have this other committee that's going to probe into NIL stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you were a kid coming to Texas, all the shit that Texas does, right? And you get the Lamborghini NIL deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, no, you can't have that Lambo anymore because you're not selling for that company.
Yeah.
Like, how is this gonna work? There's gonna be a lot of pissed off kids.
There is, but Jesus, man. At some point it's got to get back to its college.
But it's 20.5 for all athletics.
For all athletics.
Which we know 75% of that's going to football.
It's going to football.
So those smaller teams, and that's a salary cap.
Yeah.
So Texas has the money, obviously.
Yep.
Michigan's gonna have the money. Ohio State has the money. Georgia has the money. Boise State don't got that money.
No, I mean,
Nevada doesn't have that money. Texas Tech does.
I mean, where's the money come from? Is it come from their budget?
From the school's budget.
From the school's budget. Yeah, it's gonna be hard smaller teams aren't gonna do that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to compete.
The kids today, you got to come out. Number one, you should go to a school you want to go to, and then, yeah, I get it, get the money that you can, but fuck, man, this 18-year-old kid with $1 million, Jesus,
it is pretty crazy.
That is ridiculous. And I was watching like the girls softball. I don't know what they get. I can't imagine they hardly get anything there.
No, except for one player in the
one
nation.
Player. But I mean, the Texas girls, they're playing and stuff. And I was wondering, and I couldn't find any.
Oh, they get money.
They get some, but they're not. I mean, they just won the whole thing.
They're getting 6 figures.
Well, I hope they do. I mean, they should. But some kid, some high school kid who's never even played in college is going to get a ton of money. And you know what? They're going to get pissed. They're going to do that wholesale. But you should go where you think you're going to, where you want to be, where you think you'll play, where they can prepare you for the next level. And you know what? If you get $1 million, awesome. But that is not how it works. I understand.
It's not how it works.
I understand that. And you know why? You have parents. You have all these other people behind that are doing all that, pushing these kids too. I don't think it's all the kids.
I think it goes back further. I think it goes back to the TV rights deals. I think it goes back to when that was signed. Colleges and these TV, companies. The amount of money the schools and conferences were getting.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, hell yeah, I'd look at that and be like, fuck, why am I not getting any of that? Because I'm the one putting myself out there for it.
And I agree with that. I'm just saying that you're going to, you still have to play on the field.
Yeah.
Play somewhere you want to play. I mean, you're still going to get, so what if you get 100,000 less? These kids, they don't know what to fucking do with that money.
Right.
I mean, I know they have advisors now and doing all that stuff.
Well, yeah, they got some predatory advisors.
They do. They do. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're still playing on the team. And it's happening everywhere. I just saw some college kid baseball. His coach left, so he's like one of the top kids back in the portal.
Yep.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, you really get it, and even with little G going through that, it's like to pick the place you want to be, not the person you want to play for.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Coaches
And
change.
that happened to him. He got signed, and then the coach got fired. He had a new coach.
Yeah, a new coach. But you know what? He wanted to be at that school.
Yeah.
And that's bottom line. And unfortunately, they didn't pay anybody when he was playing.
No.
Or in the minors when he was playing, didn't pay
He didn't
either.
get paid shit in the minors.
He missed all that, by the way. He missed all that.
Like by 2 years.
He missed all that shit. He can still tell old minor league stories, so good for him. But yeah, I don't know how it's gonna affect it. I think the Lamborghini shit and all that's just, to me, is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but pro player can go do that though, right?
I mean, they
So if
not for free. Are they getting it free? Maybe.
they have to show up for a commercial, which these kids
Yeah.
are doing already anyways.
Yeah.
Like they're at the commercial for
How
it.
about Quinn? He was doing the friggin' lawyer, the 444 guy.
Yeah, but he was on. But you know what? He got the deal. He went and did.
He did the commercial.
I'll tell you this. And going back to, because I will defend that guy. I think he was.
I know you like him.
You know, he took all of $0 from the collective, the Texas collective.
No, I didn't know that.
The whole time he was here, he didn't take a dime. He asked them to give it to the other players. He made his money off of NIL deals outside of that collective.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
He is a good guy. I think he is a good guy, but unfortunately, not all the players are like that.
How much money do you think teams were throwing at? Because he could have come back this year, and obviously he wasn't going to come back to Texas.
He had the numbers equivalent or better than the kid who went down to Miami. From
like
Georgia.
$5 million.
Yeah, it was a lot. But for him, I think he said, "I want to go play pro ball."
He said, he said, "I don't want to mess up my Texas legacy. This is where I wanted to be. I want to go play pro ball."
So, I mean, I applaud him, but he is a rarity.
Also, he's set up for life already. He's made so much money. He's good.
He has.
He's good.
That always helps.
That does make those
and if
decisions
you're smart,
a little easier.
If he's smart, and obviously he's smart with it, and he can live comfortably. Plus, he's making money in the pros. So.
Yeah, he did it the right way. His mom is helping him with the financial. So he's not like, he didn't go out and find somebody to do the financial stuff that obviously was going to take a huge percentage.
Yep.
These friggin' agents are taking like 20
I know.
to 30%.
They're taking a lot.
And then you look at a pro contract, it's only like 4 or 5%.
Yeah. I know.
These kids are getting taken advantage. So I do think that there needs to be some sort of governing body. This new chapter is going to be pretty weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, it needs to slow down. The portal thing has got to slow down.
To just be one portal.
Jeez, good God.
One portal.
One time. Yeah.
Why does it have to be in the middle of the playoffs and then also in the middle of spring practice?
It's horrible. It's terrible. Horrible. And it's hard to watch because you don't even know where kids are anymore. It's like, where the hell and if you're you're a fan, it's like, Jesus.
Yep.
That's messed up. So it is gonna be fun to see.
Or you have places like Colorado where you're like, get the fuck out of here to every kid. Well, these kids work their ass off to get that scholarship.
I know.
And now they get nothing.
And they had a bunch of kids that portaled over and then portaled out too. So
constantly.
That
is a roster churn.
They don't cover that as much as they do other stuff, but they're portaling in, portaling out.
We'll see how good that team is without those two players.
Yikes. Georgia Tech first game. We'll see.
Oh, Georgia Tech's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good.
Georgia Tech's good.
I'm curious to see.
Yep. All right. Well, sports wise, that's all I got.
Hey, so let's go. I got an interesting. We like to cover a history or a weird fact or something. I got something for you this time.
Let's hear it.
Cheating in fishing tournaments. Have you seen some of this shit?
Is it like when they put lead balls in the fish's stomachs and stuff?
Yeah, it's the cheaters that are in the friggin' thing. So I was kind of checking this out. So had a dude. It's constant. One guy had a brother-in-law that was a scuba diver, and he would go under this certain dock, and he already had fish like in a thing, and he would hold them under there, and this dude would send a lure in with a certain color, so he knew it was his because they usually did in teams. And he would hook up. He would hook the fish up for him.
Oh my god!
And the guy would pull him in, and he got snagged because somebody saw the
snorkeling underwater.
So he's he's underwater with like a thing of fish doing that. Unbelievable shit that I was reading about, man. And then there was this great walleye, and the great walleye fishing tournament cheating scandal. And this one, I'm gonna throw this picture up just because I got this picture up here of this dude. It is friggin' amazing. He's got these lead weights that are like this big. He put lead weights. And he put like fish fillets inside the
Oh my
friggin' thing.
god.
I mean, it is just amazing. I got the picture up here on the video,
That's
but
horrible.
and it's got a little picture of him like getting caught, and he's just like, "Fuck, I just got caught." But the weights are like big eggs, and he put them inside there to cheat just to win a fucking tournament. It's crazy.
That is crazy. 'Cause that's
There
a living thing you're doing that to.
Yeah, and well, there's another dude that clearly the fish were dead, but he would hold them up, like, when you win, you hold them up, and he was holding up, you could see him wiggling it, and all the other fishermen were like, "Look at that fucking eyes on that thing. That thing's dead."
He's had it for
They
weeks.
snagged him. My best one is there was a fishing tournament over in England, and this guy this guy wanted to win this tournament. He used to work in an aquarium there, and what he did, he broke into the aquarium and stole this big ass fish,
Oh my
and
god.
then went, entered the tournament, put it in he hid it in his his little deal on the boat, and I mean, good God, man. It was a
That is
bass from a
wild.
local aquarium.
He put in like the live well?
It was 13 pounds, 13-ounce bass, and it was 3 pounds bigger than anything else. But there was check this out. It has some unique mark. And there was a guy there and said, "Fuck, I think that looks exactly like the fish that was at that aquarium."
Oh my
And he
god.
got snagged for it.
He got
Oh,
caught
so we talk about
stealing
other
the
sports.
aquarium fish.
Oh my god, we talk about other sports, but there is some rampant cheating. Just like unbelievable, like crap that people do to win those tournaments. I mean, it's a lot of money.
I had heard about the lead weight thing
Lead weights.
with the Bass Pro stuff.
Yeah. There's another dude that
Fillets though? Shoving fillets down the
there was another one where the fishes were live, but you had to take a picture. And so what he did, he cut the tails off of other fish, and he added the tail to the end of the tail to make, and then
for
he
the
would
picture.
for the picture and measure it, and like, hey, this is a 15-incher, and then they put him back, and then he they found a fish tail on his boat, and they're like, what the hell is this?
Oh my god.
How fucked up is that?
That's brutal.
That is messed up, man. Unbelievably messed up.
What? What? I mean, I know it's that's crazy.
Some of these guys have gone to jail. I mean, there was
Well, yeah, it's inhumane, right? Like
well,
that's
plus it's theft. I mean,
yeah.
it's a theft. In the 80s, there was something called the fish mafia, like a little syndicate of guys that were doing.
Oh
Like
my god.
they started out, just taking fish and putting them in their live well and then pulling them out at the end.
That's wild.
So little different than our normal sports, but it's still a sport.
It is still a sport fishing.
But the cheating, the lead balls and stuff, it's just, you got a lot of nerve.
You're
doing
killing the fish that you're not going to do anything with.
Yeah, and you're in front of other fishermen who aren't idiots,
Right.
and they're like, "How in the fuck?" One of the guys that was winning, these guys that fish with him said, "I don't know how he's winning, man. He is literally the worst fisherman I've ever seen in my life." They said it took him 2 years to be able to master a bait caster reel.
Oh my god.
And then he's winning these tournaments, and it turned out he was one of those guys that was
Oh
just
my
throwing.
God.
They had people that they would hide shit. Like one guy got caught hiding a basket of fish, and there was a dude on a smoke break that just kind of saw somebody put the basket down there by a dock, and then he watched, and he alerted the officials, and they were watching. The dude went and grabbed the basket down there. So I mean, it's messed up, man.
That is wild.
Good old
fish,
fishing.
The fish mafia is
The
crazy.
fish mafia was pretty fucking wild. They'd get you.
That's, I mean, what? I don't know. It's like it's hard to even fathom.
It is
thinking of doing that.
It is. You got to have a lot of balls because
Yeah, you do.
That's That's a rough crew to begin with, but whoo, man.
My God, man.
So,
all right, well, let's go in our tournament.
yeah, no shit. I thought you just had to catch a fish.
There's a
Fuck.
Bass Pro with some giant gar in it right down the street.
I
Let's
know you
go.
can steal it from them.
Let's go jump in that aquarium.
God, that's a that,
My
that's
God,
takes a special person to do that,
it
man.
takes a really special
Fuck.
person.
That's what I had for the now what do you got for cooking, our cooking section?
So, as far as cooking goes, I do want to talk about your favorite thing in the world.
Hot
It's a
dogs?
little hot
Hot
dog
dogs?
action. Yeah, I mean,
Really?
we got the hot dog hat on, right?
Hot dog? Are you really
Right?
talking about hot dogs? Are you messing with me?
Oh, I'm talking about it.
Okay. All right.
Real
let's
hot
go.
dogs,
All
though,
right.
not pontoons.
Okay. Okay.
If you don't know what a pontoon is, it is 4 microwaved hot dogs with a slice of horrible cheese on top and 2 pickles on the side as the pontoon
The
floats.
pontooner that floats it.
God, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
But did you know there's like a ton of controversy around hot dogs, especially within cities? Like the New York has their style.
Okay.
And my God, they would murder someone if they did a Chicago
I know
dog,
there's
right?
Chicago style. Yeah.
Right. Did you know that like it has turned into brawls before?
No,
I was doing
didn't.
some research on this, and in the 70s, 2 guys got in a fight so bad one died
Over hot dogs?
over the hot dog, a New York versus Chicago hot dog.
That's awesome.
I read about this week. The guy pulled out a knife and stabbed the Chicago hot dog guy.
Holy shit.
It escalated to the point over hot
Wow.
dogs.
Wow.
So I just want a cooking side. We all love a good hot dog.
Yes, we do.
Just have it however the fuck you want it. And
Good
don't stab
God.
someone over that.
Well, I know that they're real. They really like the Chicago. They like that Chicago thing. They really
The
like
Chicago guy got stabbed.
I know, but it's probably they're probably talking shit about the New York guy. What I don't know. What is a New York dog? Just like
Hot dog water dog with some hairy arm on it.
I don't. That is Uncle George.
You know
Uncle
what I'm talking
George's.
about.
I do know what you mean.
No, but I think like a New York dog is just a classic
Regular
hot
dog,
dog.
yeah.
Some mustard on it. No ketchup though.
No, maybe some.
That was a point of
relish.
contention.
Little relish, maybe onions.
I mean, that's a Chicago thing.
No, Chicago. They put like a fucking
A pickle.
can't even eat. Yeah, they put like a
Get some
full pickle on it.
tomato slices.
And it's got
mayonnaise.
It's got oh god, and it's got a different bun. It's got like a big thicker bun thing on it.
It's just got a sesame seed bun. It's the exact same bun.
Bigger, look different. Look,
Don't stab me over this.
looks like a
conversation.
chubbier bun. Looks like a chub bun, a little chubby bun.
Don't say that.
Chubby bun with the dog.
Oh God,
Yeah,
no.
Throw the dog in there.
So that was my cooking facts. I'll have maybe
I
some
like it.
recipes to talk
I
about.
like it.
But I'd love to hear if you have any questions about cooking.
Yeah,
Send them on in.
I have a lot of questions about cooking.
Hit me.
I'm just in general.
Can you tell the people about what you're growing downstairs?
Oh, growing a blue. What the hell is it?
You don't even
Wait. Blue oyster mushroom in a box.
Yep.
Cool thing. It comes in a box. You spray it and it starts growing. It looks friggin' alien-like. It's freaking me out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You keep telling me you think it's gonna get you in your sleep.
I mean, it's just freaking me out. And once it starts growing, it grows like during the day, like hour by hour, you can just see this thing exploding. It's just weird, man. And I don't mind
a mushroom.
I don't mind a mushroom, but I'm not eating that.
It's fungus, man.
Well, that makes it even worse. Thank you.
That's what it is.
No, but who wants to know it's a fungus, for Christ's sake?
Everyone knows it is.
Nah, I don't, but nobody wants to hear it.
Well, you just heard it.
It's fungus.
How about a fungi?
Ugh. It's strange looking.
Singular fungus.
I don't know. It's scaring me. Scaring the hell out of me.
It's just oyster mushrooms, though.
I know, but they're coming out of the box.
It's because you only know one mushroom, and it's white,
That's
really
right.
horribly mass-produced mushroom.
That's right, and it's at the store.
Sliced.
And it's at the store, and somebody's already dealt with all the other shit with it.
All right, what are you gonna do? You gonna do some hanjamejis next?
Hanjameji?
Yeah, some
some
woodier mushrooms. Maybe some
idea.
king trumpets.
Okay, probably not. I'll do like something else. I'll do a pickle or something. I don't know.
Pickle.
Grow a pickle.
How do you make a pickle?
Out of a cucumber.
Okay.
Pickled cucumber.
Okay, how do you pickle a cucumber?
I don't know. At the store, man. I'm a store guy. I'm going to the
Clausen's.
store.
You go get Clausen's.
Clausen's.
That's
I
it.
like Clausen. I'm gonna lie to you.
All right, Clausen's, you're out there.
I know. Well, there it
We'll
is.
hold up that jar for you.
I don't know, but I'm just telling you, the thing freaks me out downstairs.
It's hilarious looking.
Yeah.
It's delicious. You need to try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some. Take home.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll cook with it.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Okay. We'll see. Me too.
All right, Bunk. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I think we had some fun chats.
We did. We had a good chat. I think we talked about a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
2-2
in the hockey series.
2-2 in the hockey series. Yankees are still in first place.
Yankees still in first place.
I
think it's 2-1, 2-2 in the basketball series.
2-1 in the
2-1 in the basketball series. I forgot they take like 15 days off in between games.
I don't like that.
It's ridiculous.
It's hard to. Well,
it is hard to watch because it's like 3 weeks long.
It is. It takes forever.
It sucks.
College World Series baseball starting tonight.
It is.
Today.
Coastal Carolina is playing Tennessee. They're playing somebody pretty good. Let's see. I'll tell you.
And you know who else is in it? Murray State.
Arizona's playing Coastal Carolina. And Murray State is playing. Can't even remember. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know the other.
But they're in there.
They're in there.
You never think of Murray State and Coastal Carolina. So
no, you don't.
Good for them.
Except for Coastal Carolina, the only thing you remember from them is their coach saying they need more dogs. I need more dogs. We don't need no cats meow. I need more dogs.
He's like there. Playoffs. Playoffs.
Yes.
Who's talking about playoffs? That was awesome. Actually, I saw him. What the hell was his name? The coach.
I don't remember. He was with the Chiefs when he was yelling that.
It was and I saw he's like 90 something.
Yeah, he's older.
He's in the weight room, still looking good, man.
Just gotta keep moving.
Pumping. Hey, pumping, baby.
Hey, trick is just to keep moving.
Gotta move.
Gotta keep moving. Stay moving.
Yeah, I'm not lying with you.
All right, everyone. Well, if you're enjoying this, please give us a thumbs up. If you're watching this on YouTube, listening on a podcast medium, definitely give us that 5-star. If you don't like it, just don't rate it at all for us.
just don't do anything.
Just go away.
Don't
but we're having fun.
If you don't like it, don't fuck with us. Don't send us shit either. Don't leave us shit comments either.
We're gonna get so many now because you said that. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. There's gonna be a lot of comments.
And I like
now.
this video. I'm liking the video. I gotta be honest, it's a lot of fun. It took us a while to set it up, but I like the video.
Yeah, absolutely. It took us probably way too long to set it up. But hey, we're here.
A long time. I even threw an overlay in there with the fish picture. I think
we're here.
Just so you know, I think I fucked it up and put a different picture and quickly switched it out.
Don't worry, our editor.
Your editor is gonna
we'll fix it.
All right, yeah, fix that in the edit.
All right, everyone. Check us out. Send in any questions you have to the bunkandpickpodcast@gmail.com. And as always,
we'll be rolling balls.
It's the Bunk and Pick Podcast. It's the Bunk and Pick Podcast.
I like that song.
I can tell.